Okay, I need to take a breath here because what I'm picking up on is it's big, it's luxurious, it's the kind of energy that makes me want to say, are you ready for this? Because honestly, I don't know if you realize what's lining up for you right now. We're talking about a luxurious lifestyle, not just comfortable, not just stable, luxurious. We're talking about prosperity that actually changes how you live, success that transforms your entire reality. And the wild part, you might not even see it coming yet. You might still be in the struggle, still counting pennies, still wondering when things are going to shift. But they're about to, in ways you haven't even imagined. And I know that sounds almost too good to believe, especially if you're someone who's been broke, who's been struggling, who's been watching everyone else win while you're just trying to survive. But stay with me, because what I'm sensing isn't fantasy, it's not daydreaming, it's actual energetic movement toward abundance, toward luxury, toward a version of your life where you're not just getting by, you're thriving. So let's explore this. What luxury actually means for you, what prosperity looks like when it's real, what success feels like when it finally arrives, and most importantly, how to prepare yourself so when this shift happens, you're ready to receive it fully. Take what resonates here. This is about possibility and preparation. You remain in control of your choices, always. This is simply an invitation to open yourself to a level of abundance you might have been blocking without realizing it. Let me start by asking you something. What does luxury mean to you? And I don't mean the Instagram version. I don't mean what other people think luxury should look like. I mean, for you specifically, what would a luxurious lifestyle actually feel like? Because I think we often have these vague ideas about wealth and success, but we haven't actually sat down and defined what we want. We haven't gotten clear about what abundance would look like in our actual lives. And that lack of clarity, it creates confusion. It makes it harder for good things to land because we don't even know what we're aiming for. So get specific. Right now, in your mind, paint the picture. What does your luxurious life look like? Where do you live? How does your home feel? What's your morning routine when you're not stressed about money? What kind of food are you eating? What experiences are you having? Who are you spending time with? What does freedom feel like in your body when you're not constantly worried about bills and survival? Because luxury isn't just about things, it's about ease, it's about spaciousness, it's about having options, it's about not having to check your bank account before you buy groceries. It's about being able to help people you love without it hurting you financially. It's about making choices based on what you want, not just what you can afford. You know what I'm picking up on most strongly? The sense that you're being prepared for an upgrade, not a small one, a significant one. Like your life is about to level up in ways that require you to expand your capacity to receive. And that's why this preparation phase is so important because if you're not ready, if your mindset is still locked in scarcity, if you're still operating from poverty consciousness, you could actually block what's trying to reach you. And I see this happen all the time. People ask for abundance, they pray for prosperity, they work towards success. And then when it starts showing up, they sabotage it, They reject opportunities because they seem too good to be true. They turn down money because they feel guilty receiving it. They stay small because luxury feels uncomfortable or unfamiliar or like something they don't deserve. And the opportunity passes them by, goes to someone else who is ready to receive it. Don't let that be you. Don't let your own blocks keep you from what's trying to reach you. Let me paint you a picture of what this shift might look like. You're going through your normal day, your normal routine. Everything feels the same as it's always been, maybe a little tight financially, maybe a little stressful. And then something happens. An opportunity appears, a door opens, someone reaches out, an idea clicks, a connection forms. And at first, it might not seem like much, might not seem like the big break you've been waiting for, but you follow it anyway. You say yes anyway. And that one yes, it leads to another and another. And suddenly you're in a completely different reality than you were 2 months ago. That's how it often works. Not one massive lottery win, but a series of alignments, a cascade of opportunities, doors opening in succession. And before you know it, your entire financial reality has transformed. Now, let me be really specific about what prosperity looks like when it's actually manifesting, because I think we need to talk about real signs, real shifts, not just hopeful thinking. First, you might notice opportunities appearing that you didn't apply for, didn't seek out, didn't even know existed, people reaching out to you, ideas coming to you, resources showing up. And these opportunities, they feel aligned, they feel right. They don't require you to compromise your values or become someone you're not. They actually fit who you are. Second, money might start flowing from multiple directions instead of just one source. A raise here, a side income there, an unexpected refund, a gift, a settlement, a return on something you invested in. Small amounts at first, maybe, but consistently. And those small amounts start adding up to something significant. Third, you might find yourself having conversations you've never had before with people who operate at a different level financially, people who can open doors, make introductions, share knowledge. And these conversations, they shift your perspective. They show you what's possible that you didn't know was possible. Fourth, your relationship with money starts changing. You stop feeling desperate about it. You stop obsessing over every dollar. Not because you suddenly have infinite money, but because you're starting to trust that you're provided for, that resources come when you need them, that there's a flow you can tap into instead of constantly struggling against scarcity. Let me slow down here because I want to address something that might be coming up for some of you. This idea of luxury, of prosperity, of wealth. It might trigger guilt. You might have beliefs that say wanting luxury is selfish, or good people don't care about money, or spirituality and wealth don't mix. And those beliefs, they're going to block you. They're going to keep you stuck in struggle because on some level you think struggle is more noble, more pure, more spiritual than abundance. But here's what I need you to understand. There is nothing spiritual about poverty. There is nothing noble about suffering. There is nothing pure about denying yourself resources that could help you thrive and help others. Money is neutral, it's energy, it's a tool. And when good people have money, when conscious people have resources, when caring people have wealth, they do good things with it. They help people, they create change, they make the world better. So, wanting prosperity isn't selfish, it's actually responsible, it's actually powerful. Give yourself permission to want luxury. Give yourself permission to desire ease. Give yourself permission to pursue wealth without apologizing for it. Let me ask you another question. What would you do with a luxurious lifestyle? Not just the obvious stuff like nice house and nice car, but really what becomes possible. Would you travel? Would you create art without worrying about whether it sells? Would you start a foundation? Would you help your family? Would you invest in causes you care about? Would you mentor young people? Would you finally have time to rest, to heal, to actually live instead of just survive? Your answer matters because desire connected to purpose is powerful. When you want abundance, not just for comfort, but for contribution, not just for yourself, but for impact, that creates a different kind of magnetism that aligns you with prosperity in ways that pure self interest never can. You know what else I'm sensing? Some of you are closer to this shift than you realize. Like you're standing right on the edge of breakthrough and you don't even know it. You're doing the work, you're making the moves, you're positioning yourself, and it's about to pay off in ways that surprise you. And when it does, when that first significant amount of money comes, when that first luxury experience happens, when that first taste of real prosperity shows up, don't dismiss it. Don't minimize it. Don't tell yourself it's a fluke or it won't last. Receive it fully. Celebrate it. Let it be evidence that more is coming. Because how you receive the first wave determines whether there's a second wave. How you handle small prosperity determines whether you're trusted with large prosperity. Let me share something practical with you about preparing for luxury. Because preparation isn't just mindset, it's also practical action. First, start living like someone who has resources, even when you don't have much yet. I don't mean fake it till you make it in a reckless way. I don't mean go into debt pretending. I mean care for what you have. Keep your space clean and beautiful, even if it's small. Dress well with what you own. Treat yourself with respect. Make your current life feel luxurious in whatever ways you can. Because luxury is a feeling before it's a bank balance. And if you can't create that feeling with what you have now, having more won't automatically create it either. Second, educate yourself about money, about investing, about building wealth, about how financially successful people actually think and operate. Read books, take courses, listen to podcasts. Not get rich quick schemes, but real financial education. Because when money comes, you need to know how to steward it, how to make it grow instead of just spending it all and ending up back where you started. Third, start practicing generosity now. Even if all you can give is $5, give it. Help someone, tip well, support causes. Because generosity creates flow, hoarding creates stagnation, and the universe responds to people who know how to let resources move through them instead of clutching them tight. When you give from the little you have, you're telling the universe you can be trusted with more. Fourth, surround yourself with people who are where you want to be, not to use them, not to take from them, but to learn, to observe, to normalize a different level of living. Because if everyone around you is broke and struggling, that becomes your normal, that becomes your ceiling. But if you're around people who are prosperous, who live luxuriously, who manage wealth well, you start to see it's possible. You start to believe you can do it too. Let's sit with this for a moment. What if prosperity isn't something you have to fight for? What if it's something you align with? What if luxury isn't something you have to earn through suffering, but something you step into through readiness? What if success isn't about working yourself to death, but about working smart, about being in the right place at the right time, about saying yes to the right opportunities? Because I feel like many of you have been taught that wealth requires struggle, that you have to sacrifice everything, that you have to hustle until you break. And while hard work matters, while dedication matters, prosperity often comes through alignment more than through force, through being ready when opportunity knocks, through having done the internal work so you can recognize and receive what's meant for you. You know what else I'm picking up on? The timeline. And I can't give you exact dates because that's not how energy works, but I can tell you this feels close. This feels like the next few months could be significantly different from the last few months. Like you could be living a completely different reality by the time summer comes or fall comes. Like the shifts that are about to happen, they're going to be visible, tangible, undeniable. So prepare yourself, prepare your mind, prepare your heart, prepare your life. Make space for luxury, make room for prosperity, make way for success. Clear out the clutter, release the limitations, let go of the beliefs that say you can't have this, because you can, and it's coming. And the question is just whether you're going to be ready to receive it fully when it arrives. Drop a comment if there's a specific kind of luxury you're calling in. If there's something specific you want to experience, something you've been dreaming about but haven't said out loud. Because speaking it makes it real. Naming it gives it power. Declaring it opens the door. Let me ask you one final question. What would it feel like to wake up tomorrow and not worry about money? To check your bank account and feel relief instead of stress? To make decisions based on what you actually want instead of what you can barely afford? That feeling, hold on to it, remember it, let it be your North Star, because that's where you're headed. That's what's being prepared for you. That's the luxurious lifestyle that's lining up. And all you have to do is stay open, stay ready, and trust that it's on its way. Take what resonates from this reading, leave what doesn't, and remember that you remain in control of your beliefs, of your actions, of how you prepare for what's coming. A luxurious lifestyle is approaching, prosperity is building, success is aligning. Not someday, not eventually, soon, really soon. And you deserve it. You've earned it through everything you've survived, everything you've overcome, everything you've learned. Now it's time to receive it. Trust your inner knowing. Trust that abundance is your birthright. Trust that luxury doesn't require you to be someone different. It just requires you to be ready. Trust that prosperity is flowing toward you right now, and all you have to do is open your hands and receive it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being willing to expand your vision of what's possible. Thank you for choosing to prepare for abundance instead of staying stuck in scarcity. You are exactly where you need to be, on the edge of luxury, on the threshold of prosperity, on the verge of success.